Hello, everyone, and welcome to the big show. This is Investing and Trading Live, sponsored by Trading Academy. If you're a first-time listener, thank you for stopping by. My name is Josh Lilquist, and we are happy to have you with us today. And when I say we, yes, I do have my tag team partner and my good friend, my good pal. We're about the same age. We both look good. He was just mentioning how great he looks today. Mr. Al Connickson. Al, how are you doing today?
You know what? I'm doing really well. I guess I forgot to look in the mirror this morning. I just made an assumption there.
You know,
it may not be true.
Once I start talking about how good you should have seen the smile on your face. Yeah. When's the last time you heard that? Besides 5 minutes ago, probably.
Probably the last time you said it to me.
Oh, don't be too hard on yourself there.
I think we should issue a challenge to people listening out there to come in and see how accurate we are and how we think we look.
Well, this is not a modeling show or the what is that show called? Catfish. They would come here and we look absolutely nothing like what we talk about, because I say once in a while I do look like Brad Pitt.
You have said that numerous times.
And it is true, my friends. It is true. But this is not a modeling show or a best-looking show. This is a financial show.
Actually, you met Brad Putt, didn't you? Not Brad Pitt. It was a different guy.
Putz, right? He's a Putz, right? Anyways, let's talk about the markets. And, I watch a lot of wrestling, and one of my good friends, Cody Rhodes, always starts off Monday Night Raw. He says, "So, Minneapolis, what do you want to talk about?" And the crowd goes wild. Everybody yells and screams, and I feel that's what our listeners are doing now. They're yelling and screaming, and they want to hear what's happening with the stock market. Well, let's talk about that. So, once again, markets are just, gosh, it's like, you ever seen those, kids on a trampoline, and they just bounce, and they jump, and they bounce up and go straight up and higher and higher?
I've seen that.
That's exactly what the market is doing. S&P 500 obviously reaching all-time highs once again this week. The Dow Jones right there. The NASDAQ also reaching all-time highs. Once again, it's a broken record. So markets are soaring. So people are feeling great in the markets, and they want to take part in this action. They want to get in this great action of the markets. And so let's talk about some of those opportunities. We have obviously great moves up markets. What are some of the things that you're seeing that we're seeing so many people come to the Academy for, to jump on and be able to be involved in this great market move?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to just cover a little bit of what you said about everybody feeling great, because not everybody is feeling great. Not everybody that has an account is doing well. And we're seeing that a lot in these classes, Josh. And the reason for that is that not everything in the market is doing well. We look at the indexes, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ. They may be trading at all-time highs, but they're doing so on the back of just a few things. We talk about the Magnificent Seven. A couple of weeks ago, I think it was about 2 weeks ago, when the S&P hit one of its highs, it did that, but twice as many stocks were in the red as were winners.
Oofta.
And only half of the sectors were up when the market was ripping higher. So what it's showing us is that this is a different kind of market. It's a stock picker's market. It's a trader's market. If you understand how to identify what is moving, then you have an opportunity to really outperform in this market. And what we're seeing, basically, especially since COVID, I think actually we can go back to 2009 after the last recession, there are a lot of people that have created an unbelievable amount of wealth during that time period. And one of the primary reasons is because they have been in the stock market, and they've been doing well in the stock market. They know the strategies. They're using the strategies. We like to think a lot of them maybe learned those strategies here at the Trading Academy, but they are participating in this big move up. A lot of people are being left behind.
Yeah, and if you think about it, the market is probably, I would say, one of the best opportunities for wealth creation. You look at people that are very wealthy. The market and investing and trading is how they did that.
Almost every one of them has exposure to the markets. It may be through a company that they developed, but they all have holdings. But they're holdings in things that have been shown to be more successful over time. There is a way of approaching these markets. The key to making money in the markets is not getting greedy. It's about discipline and consistency. Mm-hmm. And that discipline means just following rules, following a strategy that you're confident with. And you get that confidence by using something that works on a consistent basis. One of my students that I was talking to after I kind of went over some of the things we do said, I thought this was great. He says, so what you're saying is that don't get too greedy, but don't be too scared. What he was saying is that, yeah, hit these home runs, but by saying don't be scared, you can't sit on the sidelines and take advantage of something that has great benefit. You have to take action.
Exactly. Especially with these great market moves, Al. I mean, you're seeing stocks like, oh gosh, I mean, just looking at my chart, NVIDIA, $693, you know, as according to the time of the show here.
Great.
I mean, up from, well, really from January till now, it's up 46%. I mean, great opportunities.
Yeah.
Not saying it's time to go buy because it might be a little late, but who knows? This could continue.
Yeah.
But the problem with NVIDIA is it's at $600, so people that don't have enough money can't invest in that. In the next few segments, I want to talk about how to use options to get into these strategies to use less capital, so there's opportunities there. You look at things like Tesla. Tesla has been to the downside. Right. Is Tesla one of the Magnificent Seven?
By the way, when you talk about the Magnificent Seven, I was talking about how just a handful of stocks have moved this market. That Magnificent Seven has been responsible for 45% of the move of the S&P 500. If you take Tesla out of the mix, 71% of the gains in the benchmark are from the other Magnificent Six.
Yeah, you look at Tesla's in the last, since the end of December, the 1st of January, it's down 34%.
Yeah.
So people that have Tesla, like you said at the beginning of the show, aren't feeling very good. That's why, I mean, you mentioned something very interesting. I want to clarify it for our listeners. You said it's a trader's market, it's for stock pickers. We're going to discuss in the next few segments here how to identify opportunities when prices are low, but also how to identify opportunities when prices are high. So that way, if people are looking to realize their profits or even short the market, which means profiting in down markets. And people listening probably, if they were watching the YouTube right now, they would look at me like, what, he has two heads because he's talking about profiting in down markets? Yeah. Yes, there are strategies for that. So Tesla actually was a great opportunity to the downside. So that's what we're going to discuss on the next few segments here. So make sure to stay tuned for that. We are not going to a commercial break quite yet. We have an investing class that I want to give away seats to, Al, right here at the Academy to talk about and show you these opportunities that are happening in the markets, the opportunities, whether that's going up, whether the market's going down, or even sideways for income I can't even talk today, income accounts and retirement accounts. So these are investing classes where we've taught thousands. Just like you, are many strategies which are designed to help you to make smarter investing decisions. So text the word investing to the number 210-210 right now for 2 seats. You're going to get a text back with our link. Pick your own date. Text investing to the number 210-210, or simply go to otamin.com. That's OTAMINN.com. Coming up next, we are going to talk about those opportunities, supply, demand, what that actually means in the financial markets, and how to make smart investing decisions. So stay tuned. This is Josh and Al, Investing and Trading Live. We will be right back.